Welcome back. Got a bit of a different video today. It's all just about not stressing too much about how good other people are and just painting your minis. If you want to see the paints, just pause the video now and we'll get onto it. Like, I know so many people, like Dark City Miniatures, a miniature adventure that I play weekly, and when you look at some of these models and Go Chopper minis, just, you look at them and you think, oh, I can never do that. Mine are shit. Maybe. Did I swear? Oh well, I'm gonna keep it in. So, yeah, it's just one of them things where, like, you don't need to stress about it. I've got some minis here. Gonna go through doing the fur with Basilicanum. Basilicanum. Like, and I think this is a really good colour to get you to get like a dark grey wolf hair or whatnot. It's also really good for stone and stuff. I've got a terrain video that I'm planning on doing the stone with this, but I want people to have minimum amount of contrast, so you'd have got less of a buy-in if you're just starting, or not having paint upon paint upon paint, all doing the same thing. So in this, I'm just working my way around, having fun with it, picking out all the little bits. Ideally trying to stay off bits that aren't going to be metallic or not going to be darker. This is quite a dark colour, so I'm going to aim to not overspill too much. But it is what it is, and we can always fix it if it goes bad. We're just painting for ourselves here. We're aiming to get this done quite quick. So this video is mainly me batch painting through all of these. So I think it took us about maybe an hour tops to get through all these, not worrying too much. And one of the big things about people getting stressed over how good somebody else's models are, or how much better they are than yours, really when you see them all on a table, and I'm really gonna I'm gonna get some more pictures just to kind of put this point across. When you see two armies that are, like, for example, like I play Craig all the time, who is a miniature adventure within Sylvaneth, and is ridiculously good. Like, the hours he puts onto that is crazy, and I wish I had the attention span to even paint for that long. And not that obviously his aren't great or anything that are, but when I'm putting these miniatures that I've slap chopped or kind of speed painted, they don't look nowhere near as good. But when we play against each other, it definitely doesn't look out of place. Like mine don't deserve to be on that table. There's absolutely nothing like that. So don't worry about it. You just crack on and you get your paint done. Here we've got Militarum Green. You know, I absolutely love it for goblin skin, orc skin. We're just going to go around, start picking stuff out, enjoying it. That's all we need to do. Another big thing that people seem to always get caught up on is, like, they don't want to paint a big model like Nagash or Kragnos or something from 40k, or like one of the Primarchs or something of the sort, because they don't think they can do it justice, or that they'll ruin it, or anything like that. And the thing is, the chances are you're more than likely going to ruin something in the priming stage. And again, that's fixable. Like, anything like paint being too thick or anything of the sort, you can strip minis, you can start again. It's not a big deal. You really don't. It's unnecessary stress or pressure that you put on yourself. You're doing this for fun, and as soon as it's like anything, it's like, well, they say about gambling, when the fun stops, stop. You're doing this for your hobby. And if you're not having fun doing something, have a little palette cleanser, do something else. I've just been batch painting through 22 of the new Iron Jaws models, or 26 actually, of 20 Odd Boys and 6 Brute Ragers, and I just fancied having a little something different with this Underworld's Warband, 3 little daft goblins riding on horses, on wolves. And just not really kind of worrying too much about the outcome or whatnot. I've got preferred colours that I really like for certain certain materials, etc. So goblin skin's always going to be Militarum green. Rappin's going to be Skeleton Horde. Just work around. Got me favourite metallics. And I'm not kind of thinking too much in terms of what's going to go where. Somewhat, it's it's not really muscle memory, but it's just, I know this works. And what I don't want is to be like, you need this colour, this colour, this colour, and then in my next video say you need 5 different ones. Because it's not cheap. It's still money that you could be spending on potentially more miniatures. And more important things, obviously. But yeah, like I'm just going, I've picked out a load of colours, I think this will probably look alright. And then I just work my way through. Stuff like this, like Garagak Sewer, Wildwood, all these type of colours. They're really versatile in the terms of you can do leather with them, you can do skin with them, you can do wood with them. I've already said leather, haven't I? But again, I'm picking up a colour, I'm sticking it on, I'm seeing how it goes as it goes on. And obviously if you stick with me videos, you're probably going to notice I'll use a hell of a lot of wildwood, and I'll use that on all the wood. Kind of goes with the name. And I just work my way around, using the same paints, and you'll notice as well as putting the same colour on different materials, even though it's the same colour, it gives that effect that it is different. Like Skeleton Horde on Rappins and then on skulls, etc. Because there's always plenty of skulls. You can tell that even though it's the same colour, it gives a distinctive effect on just how the shape or the texture of the bit of the model that you're painting over gives. It gives a different effect. So there you go. You've saved yourself some money by not having to buy 2 very, very similar paints. Because what you'd probably go out and buy, I don't know, is it Agoros Dunes is very similar to Skeleton Horde? Just stick 2 coats of Skeleton Horde on. There you go, and you've got a slightly darker bone colour. Which you can see in the Iron Jaws video. Did I do that? Oh, I'm losing my mind now. But yeah, if you go back, I show how applying 2 coats of the same contrast will give you different effects. And again, it's just a little thing that you pick up as you go. Have a little play around, deciding what you fancy doing. And this is always one of my favourite things. Not really necessarily sure why. Just bit of wildwood on a spear tip, going from top to bottom. Is it some sort of subliminal message? I don't know. Should I be worried? Potentially. But it's very satisfying. That's all I've got to say. And this is the thing. Like, look, you're doing this to have fun. I know I've already said it, but have fun with it. Like, it's a social thing. Yeah, like, there's no better. Like, we've got great group chats, and I've made really, really good friends through the hobby. And everybody, like, regardless of how good somebody can paint to it, and like, I don't have any sort of impressions that I'm like a very, very good painter. I think I can get things done quick, and I think I can get them done to a half decent standard that's at least presentable on the tabletop. And the most important thing, I'm happy with them. Like, if it never wins awards, if I never win best painted or anything like that, I don't really care, because that's not what I'm going for. And unless you're purposely getting into the hobby to be like, I want to be the greatest painter, if your things come out and they aren't the greatest, or you don't think they're the greatest, then you've not failed at anything. You're not aiming for Golden Demon or best painted army at a tournament or whatnot. As long as you're happy with them and you can just improve, just put the time in. What's not to like? And I hope this doesn't come across as almost like too ranty or whatever, or trying to tell you you need to do better or anything like this. It's not. You just don't worry about it. You set your goals in this hobby, and you just got to ask yourself, why did you get into it? Do you want to be a great painter? Then you practice. Do you want to be a great player and win tournaments and stuff? Then you practice. Do you want to just have fun? Then just have fun. That's all you need to. And people worry about what others think too much. At the end of the day, lads and lasses, we're playing with toy soldiers that we spend way too much money on, way too much time painting and thinking about lists, etc. What somebody else on that other side of the table is thinking, it doesn't matter, because we're all nerds. So it's I know it's terrible when people say just don't worry about it, but at the end of the day I hope that you kind of can take something from this and you just get on with it. Enjoy yourself. I don't know if I've really got much more to say now, but enjoy the relaxed tones of the lo-fi music. Maybe I'll just natter on in the background. Enjoy. You know what? You know me. You know I can't stop nattering on. This Pro Acryl Bronze has got to be by far one of the best metallic paints I've ever used. It's the absolute cream. Goes on like absolutely nothing. Great coverage. It's a lovely colour. And even with just a bit of like Agrax Earthshade or a darker I've just got a WhatsApp message pop at the bottom of my screen, which completely put us off. But you just put a nice dark wash over it, highlight it with a bit of dry brush silver or whatnot, which might sound strange, but look, you just got to look at anything that's metallic, shine it in the sun, in the light, whatnot. Your reflection that you get off it, or the highlight, like the natural highlight in real life. Look away from your screen for a second. It is silver. So you just do it nice and lightly. Less is more. Easy enough. Now this is where I like to cheat a lot with my teeth, etc. I'm going to use a Shapty bone from Citadel. Take a small brush. I'm going to just pick out the teeth, and what I'm going to do to keep my hands extremely steady is I'm going to brace my elbows on the table, like I'm doing a preacher curl, or like you're praying at a whatever them things people pray at when you put your hands together on the table. Just even do that. Put your hands on put your elbows on the table. Put your hands together like you're praying. There you go. You've got really nice braced hands. So these deep shades by Vallejo I'm using on all the on the metallics, and just over a couple of little bits like strap-ins that I forgot to get. For a little cheat too, if I overspill into the mouth and put a little bit of the wash in, it's just going to fill in them gaps, darken them recesses. Here presto, I haven't stressed myself to bits over painting some daft teeth. And truthfully I think for like an hour's work, except the basin, these aren't half decent, and I think if you put them on a table, people go, you know what, they look really cool. Like I say, bit of a different video today. Just fancied making people not worry as much, because there's too much of that in everyday life. If anyone is really stressed or got problems with anxiety and stuff, talk to your mates or join a club. We've got a great one in the northeast, West Lotman Wildlands. Shout out to all the lads. But yeah, like it's a great place. Like just to make friends, chill out, stop worrying about the whole big wide world, how the Tories are dragging with to hell and back. Like and share. Subscribe because algorithm and that in it. In a bit, lads.